Alright, so we're back with another installment and another story on Tell Me Rasta. You get me? I say, so if you have a story and you want to share it with the world, you get me? I say, or you want an honest opinion upon it. And now nobody can find it because most people want to confine it nowadays. But I tell them a thing, by tomorrow you hear about that thing there. And that doesn't make sense. You want to be unknown and you want to tell a story that people can relate to. Why not link me? But anyways, this young lady has reached out to me. Tell me a story and she basically I say, yo, Rasta, what do you think about it? You get me I say? And it's crazy because this topic is a very sensitive topic. Love triangle. You get me I say? And I honestly think a love triangle is one of the most delicate situation in Jamaica right now when it comes to relationship. You get me I say? Because we have seen a lot of scenarios where people are in a love triangle. Women get analyzed for being in a love triangle, and that's crazy because how can you analyze somebody for cheating? Cheating is not illegal. Even if it's illegal, I don't think somebody need to be unalive for it. You get me? I say because someone are literally so weak that if them find them go like you with the buff, them want dash away. That's crazy, bro. You get me? I say, is it that the buff is so good that if it's sheer, it's a bad thing? Come on, bro. You get me? I say so. I gotta jump into the story, and then we give honest opinion. And if you don't watch this, subscribe to the channel and also give this video a thumbs up. And also comment on the feedback what you think about being in a love triangle. You get me I say because there's a lot of different parts of a love triangle. You get me I say? And for a woman end, a woman always make it seem as if you know what? You're the only man me there with, you know, you for me for you. You get me I say? Most women make it seem that way. You get me? And when they make it seem as if the man that the only man there with, it can cause problem, especially if you literally take the man things and wanna take care of. You get me I say? So most of the time I only give the man them the idea say yo and me own you because if that man that do everything in your life, if the man that do everything in your life, do everything in your life, pay your bills, buy your clothes, give you money, take care of you like say I'm child, bro. What do you think I got? You get me I say? Not saying that a woman deserve to be unalive if she take a man things, if she can a man. No. You get me I say? Not saying that. It's just that most of the time I wanna put yourself in that scenario there. You get me I say? Imagine you have a bag of man look. You get me I say? You can't all of them boy there. Take all of them money and them things. And then end up not giving the man about fire, end up deal with all that bag of man. You get me I say? So most of the time I wanna put yourself in that scenario there. And the other thing is most of the time when you deal with some man, cause you love bad man. The woman them love bad man. You get me I say? Or majority of the woman them love bad man. When they with a certain type of man and yet still not do the wrong thing, then what do you think I got? If you do with a bad man and you cheat, what do you think I got? What do you think I got? Because if a bad man upon the way and a man this him, he go analyze him. So if you a cheat pan, what do you think I got? You get me I say? And on the other hand now for the man them, most of the man them do with some bad girl, bro. And Vibes Cartel say yo date bad girl at your own risk. Most of the man them do with some bad girl. And still I analyze them when them cheat. How the fuck does that make sense? And no says she have a bag of man. And when she do certain things, it surprises her, bro. How does that make sense, fam? How does that make sense? You get me? So there's a lot of things connected to a love triangle, bro. You get me? I say, but watch out, bro. I got jump in the story. So I'm a government worker, so he's my boyfriend, but we work in different parish. We kind of live together, but he's only home on his day off. Him from another parish also, so sometimes him I go visit him family. Most of the time him cover the bills and so on. But maybe I just have a problem. I am seeing one of my coworkers when he's not here, not even a relationship cause we didn't even talk much. He has a girlfriend, we all the talk, but we link. Wouldn't want him as my man though. Alright, so I think like that now. A work man. We should basically explain this. Basically a fuck buddy. You get me I say basically a side man. Basically a man which call French want somebody. You get me I say because as you say, the same of him woman, she says she don't want him. So if you don't want a man you still live with him, you either take him things or you either take him body. You get me I say? So that's how it come to. You get me I say because if you're in a long distance relationship, it can mean a lot of things. It can mean say yo that person is very sexual active, so she needs man literally run her to have sex often. You get me I say? It can be say she literally the man a minor. So that's just give her one boost and know say alright, she have him on the side. So it can be a lot of things when it comes to long distance relationship. You get me I say? But at the end of the day, the man them need to know say yo, alright, if you're in a relationship with a girl, bro, and to say yo, we need to change this and we need to change that. Things like that, bro, because most people cannot be in a long relationship, bro. Most people want to see them spouse, most people want to see them partner, most people want to see them girlfriend and babe every day, bro, on a regular basis. So the moment you start distance yourself now and start letting somebody else, it's a different story that. You get me I say? So my honestly feel say yo, she needs to stay and talk to him before this happen. I say, you know, say yo, the long distance thing not gonna work. Because the difference between you talking to him and you not talking to him is communication is key. And most people think communicating with someone is just talking. But communication mostly talking and understanding. Because if you talk with someone you don't understand where they come from or you understand what they say, it don't make sense. You get me I say? So I think you need to just sit down with him, talk with him and say, you know, say, oh, this not gonna work. You get me I say? And if him don't want to change it, you say, alright, I'm either moving with you or look at new work. At least I want him. So when you do cheat now and find out, him knows because of that. You get me I say? But when you get to one cheat without a solid reason to cheat, bro, that goes to show say either never rate the man or you find somebody where you like more than him. Because it does happen. You're a human being. You get me I say? We're not perfect. Every two of them stick a bush. You get me I say? And imagine a man, because you don't know the woman them go through on a daily basis now. Woman, all 30 man look at a woman a day, brother. Depends on how she work now and how she look, you know. You get me I say? There's no way she could turn on all of them man there. If she do put some of them aside, she put some of them aside and say, alright, if I'm on the fuck up, at them me and Jaffa. So, nothing more than that go on. Or nothing more than the workman getting her skin and she get end up like, because if you constantly see somebody at work and that person look you and you'll have little feelings, eventually that feeling that get stronger. You get, but wait, we're not done. Oh, and both have firearms, so hope the wrong thing to happen. Alright, that's what we are talking about now. It's what we are talking about. So far the love triangle thing going on. Both of them have firearms. Alright. So we are talking about, bro. And see where it leads to. Alright, so this is what I talk about. This is what I talk about, bro. You always put on yourself in some form of danger, bro. You always put on yourself in some form of risk, bro. Because that's a big risk. Get me I say, literally you're talking to two men that have a firearm and you're cheating. You get me I say, it's not like say it's an open relationship so the man knows say you have other man. You get me I say, that's crazy. Because when you put yourself in a danger like that, bro, and things happen, not saying that you have to totally be blamed for that, but you have some part to play in it, bro, because every action you have a equal reaction, bro. Not saying when a woman do anything they deserve to be unalive. Not saying that, because I would never say that. I think a woman don't need to be unalive for nothing at all. Unless it's self-defense, you get me I say. But that's crazy, because if you're with somebody like that, why would you cheat? That's like you dating a bad man or a policeman. You get me I say, and we all know how them policemen stay already, because we have seen a lot of reports about policemen unaliving their spouse or their girlfriend and then want to kill themselves. That it's crazy, bro. You get me I say, so most of the women them see the red flag and literally just ignore the red flag, bro. You get me I say, but all me I say is nothing is wrong with being in an open relationship. If you're young or if you want to be single and just have sex with multiple men, nothing is wrong. Your body, do you. If that is you, do you. But my thing is, please, ladies, please make the man them know what I want. You don't have to get into details. You don't have to tell them say, yo, me do Tom, Dick and Harry. No, you don't have to do that. Just look at the man and say, no, I can't do this. I don't want to be in a relationship. I want to have sex with you, but I don't want to be in a relationship. So at that point, when him find out, him can say, oh, him didn't know. But when you are with a man and you take him things, bro, that man will take care of you. Not saying this is the situation. I'm just giving you an example. And you betray the man like that. What do you think I go through the man's mind? What do you think I go through the man's mind? What do you think I go through the man's mind? You get me? I say, so you just need to try for take on yourself from out of certain scenarios, bro. When you see certain the red flags, bro, take yourself out of certain scenarios, bro. It doesn't matter if the man did have a weapon or not. You get me? I say, told them money and move nowadays, them weak from. The man them weak, bro. So you literally have to take on yourself out of those scenarios. And for the man them, most of the time when they with some girl, you know when you see the red flag. You know say I'm not alone them there with. So why when you see say alright she a cheat, or when you catch her a cheat, you make it seems as if you never know. Or you make it seems as if you own her life, take her life. Stop them fuckery, man. Them thing they don't do them thing, man. A whole part woman out a girl. Whole part woman out a girl. If you call yourself a girl, if a girl cheat on you, bro, a lot of other woman out there, bro. You get me? I say, so just load woman them with them buff. On the phone buff. On the own them buff. No matter what you give the girl. Even if you give her the world is not your girl. You don't own her. You get me? I say? Alright, so we decide to so ask you a couple more questions regarding the matter. So the first question, the man at work, he know about your personal man? And you said yes. And why you never just tell your personal man it's over other than dating someone else? So honestly, things happened before and he doesn't want to break up. So we are still here. I do like him though. Alright, just things happened before. It depends on what me, because if it's a case where you cheat already, cause the fact is the things happened before him don't want left. That means say you probably do something. Not saying that you cheat, but it probably be a case where you did almost left and you never left. But if it's a case where you did cheat and I'm still there. Alright, it's things like this now. My opinions. It's things like this now. Cause you have some money now. They don't want to left certain girl because it can be a lot of things. It can be some really like you and just want to work it out. It can be some carrying another girl. You get me? I say can be say you're the best thing ever happened to him. It can be say him thinks him own you, so him not make you go nowhere. You get me? I say it can be a good thing, can be a bad thing. It can be a good thing to say, yo, alright, the man really like you. And the match for work it out with her. It can be a bad thing to say, yo, him think him own you and not make you go nowhere. You get me? I say so based on what the reason why I'm still there. You can base stuff for me and say and make it. You can put in the right You get me? I say so based off of the reason why him never want left. You can wait for see whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. You get me? I say because if it's a case where, as I said before, you cheat and no one left, you can be say, oh, him literally just try with you or him just really like you and more continue the relationship. So it can be a lot of things. You get me? I say, but as I say, based on the reason why him never want left, you can just wait to see. Because if it's a case where you cheat on him, and him no want left, you can simply mean say, yo, the man just want a second chance and the man just want dead for you and the man really like you and a bag of things. It can be a lot of things. It can be say him thinks they own you and him say, you know, that girl not good and she fuck me so good. You get me? I say, it can be a lot of things. But as I said before, when you're in a relationship, you know, because most people don't value relationship nowadays. Most people don't value relationship and just do them thing. If it happen, it happen. If it don't happen, it happen. You get me? I say, but my thing is, always look out for the red flags. There's always flags in a relationship. You get me? I say, always look out for the red flags, bro. Because a woman never always say, yo, them love bad man, but yet sleep them do something the bad man beat you. Beat them surprised about it. When that man is used to living them type of lifestyle. You get me? I say so. When you try to just figure out what you want. If you want a serious relationship, you want a loyal relationship, just try to be loyal with a person. If you want a side man, if you want to have an open relationship, same thing, just try to make the man know, say, you know what, we don't want a relationship. You never get in details. Just them say you want an open relationship, or just them say, yo, you don't want to settle down. You just go and enjoy yourself. Simple as that. I just tell him the famous line girl I was a use. Me, I live my best life. You get me? I say so. There's a lot of things out there where you can put in place to try to prevent certain things.